spell, but quite unbreakable.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It is, yeah, definitely. Right,
The
well, we're
simple
rolling
spell,
again.
but quite unbreakable. Nice.
It is. Apparently they've made the online connection more stable, by the way, in F1.
Yeah, I believe that
You
when
know,
I see it.
you believe it when you see it. 6 people have joined the chats. I think we are live. But hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Academy League. You just missed it before. The tasty intro about me and Toussaint sounding like the old retired drivers of the... watching these Academy League, as Toussaint called them, the young guns going around the track. But Toussaint, how are you doing today, mate?
I am great today, Tiger, apart from a little bit of a cold that's currently impeding my speech a bit, but shouldn't be too much of a problem.
That sounds unfortunate. Sounds very unfortunate for you, but
yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's not under that COVID-19
the
stuff.
word that we can't say,
yeah, no, the stuff
we'll
we can't say.
Yeah,
we'll get taken off of, But no, actually, that isn't a common symptom, so you might be in the clear, actually, Toussaint. You might be alright.
That's true.
Yeah, but, yeah, great to see us back, Toussaint, in the Academy. And we've already got big news already, Toussaint, in that 2 people have been disqualified from the session for driving the wrong way.
Yeah, in fact, the first of those drivers to get disqualified was Leocat, who, if you remember from last week, actually won and is currently the points leader. Obviously, positions taken from the first race, same as the championship order.
Hello again from Estonia, says SS Cremon. I'm going to say Cremon, yep. Hello, welcome from our Estonian friends, Baron Roberts, Cash Tangle, Bon Evil, welcome, not the real X-Natty. Not him.
Natty's other account.
That is Natty's account. Yeah, no, that is Natty. Welcome everyone to the Academy League. I was gonna excitedly tell you that we're gonna be giving up. Well, not excitedly, because we shouldn't really be giving them out. But our new penalty system came into play. We did have someone who was going to be having a LLP2, but unfortunately, is not being able to turn up to this race. So to say no one with no penalties, but. The man who won last week's race has been disqualified from this session.
Yeah, a bit of a crazy one straight off the bat here in China. Obviously a very divisive circuit. A bit like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it, and I hate it. But we'll get on with it anyway.
I didn't mind it until I played it on this game. I thought it was a lot better than last year's game, if I'm honest. I feel like the driving, just the way the car's handled, I think it was a lot better on last year's game, I think. I don't know. I just never really had a problem with this track until I went to go practice like a couple of days ago, and it was just awful.
Yeah, I think this track has the highest tyre wear as well.
Out of any track. But it does seem to provide Toussaint some alright racing, to be fair. I mean, we've seen a couple of really good races around this track. I mean, the Super League was an interesting one last season.
Big pile up at turn
well.
one.
There was
across the grass.
the turns 1, 2, and 3, the snaily sort of switchback that the track performs. Thank you, Herman Tilke, for creating like a couple of really nice tracks, and the rest of them are just awful. But Toussaint, Mason on pole at the moment by nearly a second, and we saw Mason, he grabbed pole, Toussaint, he was leading for most of the race until he had his spin out in Bahrain last week.
Yeah, certainly spun about midway through the race last week, so we'll be trying to avoid that. But so far, on pole, as you say, Tiger, by over a second. Quick reference, he's only 0.02 of a second off the Super League pole time from last season around this track, which was, if you're really good at maths, a 1 minute 30.400. So Mason already showing that he has a lot of pace here.
Guy from Estonia, I don't get what that final word is on your comment, but it says, guys, we gathered after last week live, whole party to look. So did you get like a gathering of people to watch the stream? Because if so, that is awesome. Nice. Hello to all you fellow Estonians. Hello.
Also, obviously, don't break any restrictions that are in your own country.
Breaking no COVID restrictions, please. To watch the stream, obviously we don't commend that. But Toussaint, I was saying before our stream broke, that I was watching on board with De Hepler, and we had the McLaren car launch today, and it was the exact same goddamn car as last season.
Well, yeah, I mean, the RF1 team's not art companies, unfortunately. We did have a very similar livery as Heblerino goes into second now on a 1 minute 31.2. Still 0.8 off Mason, but yeah, it wasn't the most revolutionary of liveries, let's say that. But I still like it, and I think it looks nice.
And yeah, I like it as well. That's not saying I don't like the livery. I'm just saying it's it's pretty much the same thing every season, but so is the Ferrari, pretty much. It's going to be just another shade of red.
Well, I mean, they're not going to have a green Ferrari, though.
Well, no, what I'm most excited for, and I think I can speak for everyone here, the Aston Martin. Apparently... Yeah, apparently they were having a whole party watching this live. Well, hello! If there's a party again, good evening, everyone. I hope the drinks are good. Hope the food's nice. And we'll be cheering on for your fellow friend Revkov, who currently down in 8th place, 2 cent, a 31.9 for him. So we wanted to go a little bit quicker in this session. De Hebler, 2 cent, moved up into 2nd place, or 130.9, so only about 5/10 off of Mason. He's going to want to probably get a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, and Mason has invalidated this most recent lap tiger, I believe, because he comes through the first sector, and has also chosen to back off, gone to 0 on the ERS, meaning that he will be charging that up for the entirety of that, maybe go for a second one at the end of this.
Yeah, I'm just having a look to see who's on lap at the moment. Mikey, who was up there as well, just saying straight. So you remember Mikey was battling with the in that front 3 battle that we were going on about. Hopefully we'll have like another front 3 battle like we had last season, as everyone remember in the academy. Robert Codfather subscribed at tier 1 subscribed to tier for 3 months. Thank you, Robert. I see people subscribing. And Mikey 2 cent, as I was just saying, he was up there, and there he is, only 2/10 off of Mason.
Yeah, no, strong pace there from Mikey, taking the fight to Mason once again. His closest competitor at the moment finished P2 last week. Can he go for P1 today?
Yeah, let's see if he's able to. Bonnie, I will sign up for that petition if you get it going. It's a petition for McLaren to go back to the old Vodafone livery. Yes, we will have that. We will get that going.
We have we got Hungry Hippo going slow at the apex and at the hairpin there.
Maybe he's just a little bit hungry for some.
Don't.
Apexes.
Anyway, there will be a lot of Hungry Hippo puns this season. Sorry, Hungry Hippo.
Rick Cole asking, how are their disqualifications? 2 people drove backwards. I think it was when they were trying to spin themselves around, like to try and turn around.
Do that.
And when you try to turn yourself around sometimes, if you remember Rick Cole, I don't know if you ever saw the Freshman League race last season, but Jutsukev was doing donuts to celebrate his championship. Constructors Championship win, and got disqualified from the session. Had to start from the back of the grid. For going the wrong way. Welcome RCA into the chat as well. But yeah, a lot of people in today. 37 people watching already for the Academy League. And let's see who's going to get themselves on pole position here in China. Obviously, Toussaint only a 25% race, so there's not going to be much in terms of strategy. It's obviously just going to be the soft to medium one stop, but I'm sure we'll start to see later in the week where it's going to become very interesting in terms of strategy. As you said, this track probably the most tyre wear out of any track on the calendar.
Yeah, if you want to see some good strategy battles, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 8:30 for the Freshman League, where Tiger and Evan will be taking you through your action from the first of the main leagues here in Gavra, as Valado Harris gets very wide on the exit of turn 14, then down this back straight. Now over a kilometre long, this DRS Open halfway down. Going to be braking at around about the 100-metre board. These cars have got so much grip and downforce, and they're so good on the brakes as well.
Yeah, these cars definitely are. So quick now, F1 cars, it's crazy. What are these multiplayer cars based off of? Are they like just...
They are a car that Codemasters and the FIA made together, which basically... it basically is a car that they designed around the F1 2020 rules that what an F1 2020 car could look like, basically.
Yeah, okay, so it's like basically like a mock-up model of what it could be, pretty much, is what we used in the multiplayer. Just saying quickly, Weekly Style subscribed at tier 1, be subscribed for 4 months, going on a 2-month streak. Thank you very much, Weekly Style. Someone else, Job Van Zegarun 2004 says hello. R6S, I hate some of these people's names. Says I spun trying to warm up my tyres and got disqualified. Which one of are you, Leo Cow? You Kuflemo?
Yeah, I was going to say I think that's Leo Cow.
Oh, I think is it Leo? I don't know. Cash Tangle says hopefully the strategy don't not going to repeat that word. Mess me up this time. Keep it PG, Cash Tangle. Keep it PG. Eats on a lap. Let's have a ride on board with him and take us for a lap here.
Alright, so through turn 1, then very long, never ending, down into third gear, second for the Apex, let the car get swung in, goes up to third actually, through there, and now through turn 2, again, keep it nice and close to the curve on the outside, short shift up through the gears, into fifth gear now, and now in towards turn 4, don't think about it, slight kink to the right, now just after the 100 meter, we're braking down into second gear, very easy to lock up the front right there, a bit like, oh sorry, not like turn 10 in Bahrain, but then short shift again up through the gears, and now through into the middle section, this left-hander completely flat out in these cars, but nature doesn't compromise. The nature doesn't try and compromise on the line into the next corner. Now these two left-handers get the car straightened up, back on the power once again, throttle balancing all the way through that second one, and now down in towards turns 12 and 13, down into second gear, misses the apex a bit there for Ela, and the rear swings out. As we swing the car now into turn 14, banks slightly on exit, she can carry more speed onto the 1 kilometer long back straight. We'll have a DRS just as we pass under the Aramco board. DRS open for Itla in the red car. Now we head down the back straight, speeds of over 200 miles an hour. They're braking just after the 100 meter board. Just see how much braking power these cars have, but goes wide into the apex.
And he's backed out of his lap.
Yeah, and that would be the lap over for Itla then.
Let's have a look at Revkov. The Estonian fans will be up on their feet right now, cheering away. The party will be going strong as Revkov now down into the hairpin.
I think he's bailed on this lap.
Has he bailed on his lap? Oh, yeah. All that hype was for nothing. Then let's see what Black Charizard is sitting in that lovely gold and black livery that we can get in the game as he's coming through. Sector 2 now, the very long sweeping S's, Tilka-esque S's, as won't be over yet. We'll have to wait until the first checkered flag pops up. Mikey's been allowed to do another lap because of the way the time is a little bit off, because, you know, Codemasters. Let's have a look here. Hungry Hippos on a lap 2 cent. He's come down that 1 kilometer straight. One straight's on the calendar, isn't it? That one?
Yeah, Baku is longer and Vietnam would have been longer, but we don't actually race there. The Hungry Hippo at the end of the straight now, I think. I don't know if my timing is glitched.
The qualifying is finished now because Itlo has completed his qualifying. So it's going to be the last laps now as Hungry Hippo to the line. Doesn't improve. And stays
slower
in 8th place. I don't think that was right. There's someone else has come to the line. That was Black Charizard, who only stays in 5th place there at the moment. It's going to be one of the McLaren-style liveried cars. It is De Hebler to the line. What will he do? He improves by a 10th. Only good enough for 3rd place, though. Can his what surely would look like they'd be teammates, the other Heblerino, coming down. The other Hebler. Heblerino now coming down into the large braking zone. Yeah, these cars, just so much braking on them. Uses first there, 2 cent interestingly, to probably just get the car turned in nice and quickly. As he comes down onto the final corner. Don't want to invalidate on the exit of this corner. It is possible. As Heblerino to the line. Doesn't improve. He's a 10th down. Can Mikey improve to take pole position? No, he can't. He's 8 tenths down. Mason is going to improve by 2 tenths. A 30.2 for Mason 83. Can anyone else improve on it? I don't think. De'Echi, by the way, is going to be able to improve on his time. Yeah, he has invalidated. And that is going to be it to Saint for qualifying. So it's Mason on pole position by 4 tenths over Mikey. Then it's De Hebler in 3rd, and then Heblerino in 4th position. There's your front 2 rows.
Yeah, certainly looks like we have another three-way battle then at the front between Mason, Mikey and De Hebler. Only 3 cars in the 1 minute 30s. We obviously didn't get to see what Leo Cat or Kay Flemmer could do because they got disqualified before the session could probably get underway there. But Mason, 2 tenths up on the Super League pole position time set last season by its Jax, who's now known as Pearson, I believe it is. But yeah, very, very strong lap time from Mason and certainly indicative of his pace.
Yeah, definitely. Steve Mason is going to be able to convert this into a win. He obviously had that spin last time. Toussaint gave it away to Leo Cat. Leo Cat started down in 15th, though. This could be a very good championship we've got on our hands.
Yeah, I'm sure Mason will be trying to put the mistakes of last week behind him or her, and will be trying to get this dub then. So,
Mason.
taking you through the grid for this race. Mason on pole once again, second time in a row. Mikey in second, De Hebra third, Heberino fourth, for making a McLaren 3-4, we'll call it. Black Charizard fifth, Valado Harris in sixth, Eatler seventh, YT, I'm going to say that, in eighth, Hungry Hippo with the best name in ninth, and Revkov in 10th. Thiago Santos 11th, BT Nuts, the only New Zealander on the grid in 12th, DBDB 13th, All Annoying 14th, Leo Cat and K Flemmer disqualified from this qualifying session. They will line up in 15th and 16th positions respectively.
I would probably say for the Austrian, yeah, I think it's the HT by the way. The HT by the way. That's how I would say it. But let's go watch the Corona.
Oh, Piero!
Can't be saying that.
We will not be repeating that one.
No, we will not be repeating that one, no.
PG,
Piero!
man.
Can't be saying that. Come on. So get ready to go to Saint. Obviously, as we said before, one stop around here. Obviously, because it's 25%. But it's going to be a little bit interesting when the 50% has come along, because it's either going to be a two-stop again, soft, medium, medium, or it's going to be a medium to hard. One
maybe
stop.
a hard to soft, or
maybe
a hard to medium,
soft,
or a hard
it
to hard,
be.
but then you'll get disqualified.
Yeah, you will get disqualified. If only you could Send, our lives would have been made so much more easier.
Oh yes, definitely. I feel like you picked all of these high tire wear tracks on purpose, Tiger.
No, I didn't pick all these high tire wear. Right, okay. Apart from, I know I didn't put Japan in, okay, and I'm slightly regretting that, right? But apart from that, right, tell me what other tracks I could have put in apart from China.
Give me a minute.
My case is closed.
You could have put Portugal in, talked to Code
No,
Masters, bribed them, put Portimao
the tracks that are in the game.
Just steal it from Project Cars 2.
The tracks that are in the game. No, people are saying Vietnam, no. Monaco, no.
Yeah, you could put Monaco, yeah. What about Monaco?
As a race, you would put, okay, right, I'm going to say this now. You would put Monaco in the Freshman League.
Yes. Why not?
Fair enough. Well, you never know. Australia, too much dirty air, no overtaking.
Yeah.
Zandvoort's already in the calendar. Vietnam, Russia is a pile.
Rick,
Rick Holt, no.
Rick,
anyone who says Russia is good, it has no brain. I'm sorry. Russia is not
Spain,
good.
Alonso saying
no,
Spain.
it has no overtaking.
Rick Holt laughing. Sorry, Afonso, not Alonso.
No, whoever says Russia is great. No, Jutsi Kev, no. No, Russia. No.
Jutsi Kev
Abu Dhabi's boring. Spain is...
Abu Dhabi's alright.
Abu Dhabi's alright, but it's... nah.
Jesus Christ, Leonardo just donated
What the hell?
£100,000. What?
What?
If you did, then that's insane, and thank you, but... Okay. Thank you, Leonardo, apparently, for the donation. Zexify saying never Russia. Afonso saying, well, Bahrain was last week, Afonso, if you haven't seen that yet. Russia is better than Canada for track limits.
Wait,
so because
what?
in Canada it's just nothing than the wall. Monaco freshman would be carnage, says Robert Godfather.
Are you just going to ignore the...
Oh, everyone's hating Canada now. USA is already on the calendar as well, Zexify.
Are we just going to... What's that?
What?
It's... I mean,
Did something come up on your screen?
Are we just going to ignore
shall we do the start first, and then we'll come to that?
What? That can't be... Is that actually... That's not... What?
Okay. Yeah,
let's start.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's start. 5 red. I'm gonna figure out if that's actually true or not. We've got the thing. The lights haven't gone out straight away, but here we go, and the lights are on, and away we go. And it's Mason out of the lead on this one, but it's going to go wheel to wheel. Toussaint behind us, Dehebler and Mikey. And we usually see Toussaint people skirt around the outside of this turn 1 as people get caught up on the inside. It seems to be clean so far as everybody going wheel to wheel through turns 1, 2, and 3. Dehebler and Mikey going wheel to wheel. Black Charizard and Heblerino, Eatler and Voller, Daharis going wheel to wheel. Revkov moving up into 9th place. And it's Toussaint. Look at the gap. Look at the battle in front here. It's in front of those guys. There's Eatler going to try and go round the outside of Black Charizard here, and that's going to be Voller Daharis to the inside.
And Leo Cat off. Maybe we've got All Annoying and BT Nuts have come together down there at turn 6, I think that is.
I don't think that was Leo Cat. I think it was something else. Yeah, I don't think it was Leo Cat. It's BT Nuts at the back, who's just had a bit of a spin. He started on the mediums, Toussaint. Didn't manage to point that out. I was too busy stunned on one I'd just seen in the chat. But it started. 3 people starting on the mediums, Toussaint. Leo Cat, DBD, and BT Nuts. Leo Cat definitely. I think he might be a one to watch here. He's going to be moving his way up on the grid on the mediums. He's going to be very, very quick on those soft ties at the end of the race.
Revkov and Etcher going wheel to wheel now through turn 14 on towards the back straight. And it's still wheel to wheel. There's almost been a big crash there between Santos and Valadol Harris in front of those two. But we've still got Leocat now closing onto the back of Hungary Hippo. Going on there 3 wide.
Oh my God, he's going to go 3 wide.
It's Leocat going down the inside. That's going to make a
there's contact. There's big contact into the corner as Revkov's run wide. Hungry Hippo around the outside. Someone's pushed into the gravel there. I believe that was Revkov. Now Kaflemo now. No, it's Leocat got pushed into the gravel too sick. And Kaflemo spun, and I think Leocat hit the back of him. Has he got damage?
No damage.
Luckily to Leocat, but Kaflemo spinning on the final corner.
And Mason already with a 1.3 second gap to the car behind Tiger. Really enjoying this track in the early stages at the moment. Yellow's in sector 1.
Oh, it's all annoying. All annoying spinning. It's all annoying. Yeah, he's just lost the car on the exit of what is that, turn 2, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's turn 2, yeah. Because it all kind of flows into one, and then it's just like, hang on, what?
Yeah, where are the corners?
Yeah, where are the apexes, the corners?
I think Leocat's had a mistake in the first sector as well there, Tiger. Now 3.3 seconds behind Etchi in 11th.
Apparently that donation was a scam, apparently.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I mean, who's randomly donating 100,000 quid to the...
I mean, Mr. Beast.
I mean, Mr. Beast. Yeah, Mr. Beast. Give me that. 100,000, please. But...
Heblerino now using a lot of his ERS to try and close onto the back of Mikey here for 3rd position. Yellow's in sector 3 though.
Oh, someone's round against DBD. Yep, he has a bit of a spin there, and he's going to have to form to the back of the track. But Toussaint, as he's saying, Heblerino trying to gain in on Mikey, but Dehebler actually got the jump on him. But look at Mason, he's 2 seconds ahead already. This man is flying today.
Yes,
oh, there's Kaflemo and BT Nuts at the back, as Kaflemo down the inside of BT Nuts now, and Kaflemo up into 13th position. And Toussaint, once again, we've got another three-way battle here between Volodoharis, Hungry Hippo, and Revkov in this midfield pack. But it's also very close from 2nd all the way down to 6th here up front.
Yeah, certainly. And just keeping an eye on Leocat's performance, that gap was 3.3 seconds to the Etchi. It's now 0.4 of a second. I'm going to go back down there to him then. Can Leocat make his way back up into the points on the Poncha strategy?
I think, no, we'll go back to F1 2017 and we'll do... Malaysia. I think there's a bit of a... Yeah, we'll do Malaysia. Malaysia it was amazing. Love Malaysia. Anyway. That was the only good, that was one of the good Tilka tracks. It was Malaysia.
Yeah, definitely one of the better ones. Turkey as well, I think, is a
Turkey.
Tilka
US, I think Second to Americas is alright. I think it's decent. It's a decent track. As Heblerino gaining on the back. Oh, yeah, he is. And Etcher, by the way, he's made a move on him. Leocat up into 11th place. Told you to say, keep an eye on him. He's going to be coming into... This will be a long race for him. I think when he gets onto the soft tyres, that man is going to be flying.
Here comes Mikey.
That is Mikey on Dehebler. Someone put Valencia in the chat. No. As here goes Mikey now to the inside and very tight, and he's pushed the car a little bit wide on the exit. Oh, and there's contact between Black Charizard and Dehebler. There was contact. Here comes Heblerino back. So someone's coming to the pits. It's Dehebler. Oh, and he's done a Hamilton. And he almost did a Hamilton, but luckily there's no gravel there anymore.
That could have been a disaster there for Tehebler in the ironically McLaren-coloured car there.
Yeah, Rick Cole, I hope they do put those tracks in there, because they are actually in the official calendar. So we should, in theory, get Portimao and Imola into this game, which, trust me, they will 100% be on the calendars in the next F1 game. But to say Hebler close behind Mikey at the moment, but De Hebler came into the pits with the rest of that pack. Early pit stop for him, strangely.
Yeah, Hebler obviously not liking those soft tyres for too long and has opted to go for the mediums fairly early on here, which has put Leocat now up into P7. Currently the lead car on the conscious strategy, so let's see how well he can do now.
Oh, Mikey's run wide. Here comes Heblerino to the inside.
Makes the move.
Yeah, he does. Gets the move done, but look at the ERS difference, 2 cents between both of them. And Mikey has 80% ERS. Heblerino only has 10. So it's a huge difference in there. So it could still work in Mikey's favor. Oh, there's a spinner. Eatler came around turn 15, 2 cents, just spun the car on the inside. Let's put Leocat all the way up into 6-6 now.
Mikey and Heblerino once again, DRS easy overtake there for Mikey before we even get to the DRS zone. So easy overtake there for the Irishman. Heblerino now trying to come back at the car in front of him, but can't make the move just yet as Mason comes into the pits now. Do Mikey and Heblerino follow him? Indeed they do. Heblerino has nearly hit the back of Mikey. Into the pit lane, so both their
and Mikey just picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And that is huge disappointment there for Mikey.
This could fall into Leocat's hands here now. People picking up penalties, people having collisions.
Heblerino's had to queue.
Behind
Mikey. Yeah.
Wait.
He's only just got into
because they've got the same pit box. Because you don't know who has the same pit box. Yeah. Because it's multiplayer cars. That is really unfortunate for Heblerino. And he's come out behind Revkov. DBD, yeah, there's 2 cars in between Mikey and Heblerino. No, he's come out behind Volodar as well.
So that's cost Heblerino massively.
And here comes Leocat to say, keep an eye on him. He's right behind Hungry Hippo on these medium tyres. He needs to get past Hungry Hippo quickly, otherwise he's going to be losing a lot of time to the cars behind.
I don't think that's going to be a task that's going to be too hard for Leocat to accomplish here. The Portuguese driver who won last race in Bahrain coming through turn 14 now will have the DRS momentarily. He might not need it though, as the Hungry Hippo went a bit wide through the apex. Those softs seem to be dead after just 4 laps, and both drivers deploying all of their ERS. Hungry Hippo trying to break the slipstream. Here comes Leocat though. DRS open down towards the hairpin. Hungry Hippo goes defensive. Is Leocat going to go to the outside? He is going to go to the outside.
Right, look for the switchback.
The blue car going to try and go for the cutback now as you head into the final corner, but Hungry Hippo here, Tiger, I think really needs to come into the pits. So will he let Leocat go? Indeed he does. And Hungry Hippo now into the pits.
Yeah, this is Leocat's race now, 2 cents. He's got to keep it consistent here, try and get the maximum he can out of those medium tires. As Mikey just to the inside, 2 cents of De Hebler, and Revkov to the inside of DBD. DBD will try and fight back though. There goes Volodar around the outside through the hairpin, and now there's going to be contact between DBD and Heblerino and Black Charizard into the final corner, and that's going to be a little bit of contact there. Volodar picking up a penalty as Clefemo comes into the pits. Yellow's in sector 1 as someone ran wide there.
It's gone back to green now, so I think a little bit of a game glitch there, but it should be alright.
Possibly.
It's Heblerino trying to make his way back up through the field after that terrible pit stop where he had to queue behind Mikey in the pit lane, and Heblerino now on the back of DBDB using all of his overtake, but DBDB does have more. Gonna look to the inside now, in towards the next corner. Can Black Charizard go for double overtake?
Black Charizard looked for it. He looked for it there, but he just couldn't get the move done. But actually Black Charizard is going to take to the outside of DBD, an interesting corner. And Eatless swiped DBD, unfortunately, and he definitely not a place to go wheel to wheel there, 2 cents.
Oh, it can work if the other cars are aware of their surroundings, but unfortunately there for DBDB just getting swiped out of the race by Eatler. Leocat then currently leads this race but is yet to make a pit stop. Mason now 10.6 seconds behind in 3rd position, so not enough for a pit stop. In fact, now if Leocat were to come in, he would come out in and around where Revkov is in 6th position.
I think he would come out just in front of Revkov.
Just ahead of Revkov, exactly.
Yes, so that would mean he'd then be on the soft tyres to push his way to the front Mason with the fastest time, 2 cent. He's flying at the moment, but the problem is now he's also got BT Nuts to get past, who's also on 2 cent on that medium to soft strategy. So these guys, Mason's gonna have to try and find his way past BT Nuts.
You would say with BT Nuts' worn out tyres, so that shouldn't be too hard for Mason on those fresh mediums. Has just done the fastest lap of the race. Has got so much ERS to play with, although not as much as BT Nuts here. But I think Leocat now is just trying to aim for a solid points paying position. You would argue that the win is more or less out of the question here. He'd have to make up a lot of time to gain on Mason. And he would really need Mason to make a mistake in the final stages of this race. But speaking of which, can Mason find his way past BT Nuts before he gets to the DRS? And this is losing him time now. All the time he's spending in the dirty air of the white and pink car in front. Can he go for a move into turn 12?
Ooh,
That's out of it now. They're going to go through turns 13 and 14 onto the back straight away. 10.5 seconds now between Mason and Leocat.
He's going to have the DRS now, 2 cent. Here it goes. Mason, 83. Can he get the move on BT Nuts here? He's going to have the DRS and a lot of ERS being deployed. BT Nuts isn't going to fight against it, 2 cent, mate, because I think he knows that he's definitely going to have to concede that position at some point. It does so. Now Mason around about 10 seconds, 2 cent. Just under 10 seconds now to Leocat. So can Mason pull off a big performance here and win this race? Reckon Leocat might be able to sneak his way onto the podium, but Hungry Hippos, you were just saying, was looking for a move. And Revkov's run wide, and the Estonians will be going absolutely crazy at that. They won't be happy with Revkov at all, but I'm sure he can get himself back into this race.
As BT Nuts had a sniff at Mason's rear end into turn 1, but wisely decided to back out of it there, not wanting to make contact with his, not British compatriot, but fellow driver into turn 1.
Some Pierre's saying maybe we need some more tracks that maybe it's more difficult to overtake. Maybe I maybe might mix the calendars up a little bit, add some spice into the next season's calendar. Depends on which track is in the game, but Revkov, closer behind Hungry Hippo, 2 cent. We've got a really big battle forming here. 6th all the way down to 11th, 2 cent. The gaps between everyone is a second, so we've got a little bit of a train forming here behind Hungry Hippo, and we could see some very interesting overtakes here. Heblerino trying to find his way through the pack here to try and get back up after he said he had that shock of a pit stop.
And he's making his way back up now. Valataharis is his next victim, looking in towards turn 12. Hedderina just not able to go for a move there. But the problem with this is now, Tiger, that all these cars are in a DRS train. So it's more down to now who has more ERS than the car in front of them. Where do they decide to deploy it?
Leocat comes in. Leocat comes in
on lap 8.
Yeah, he is.
That's
interestingly. But yeah, I'll have to try and take those tyres. Another 5 laps, 5 laps. Yeah, my math serves me correct.
As BT Nuts stays out then on the 8-lap old mediums as well.
It's interesting. So BT Nuts trying to take them a little bit further. Obviously, we'll want those fresher tyres. But I think Leocat could come out he's just come out ahead of Hungry Hippo, which is good for Leocat, because now he can really, really push for those front runners. And Eatler just picked up a 5-second time. But remember, 2 cent. Speaking of 5-second time penalties, Mikey has one of those. He was speeding in the pit lane, got given a 5-second time penalty for it, and that is going to really impact him at the end of this race.
And just saying there how you were talking about that being good for Leocat, I would say it's crucial for his race that Leocat came out in front of Hungry Hippo there.
Good evening, Black Country Mush. Welcome to the chat. 2 cents X by asking. You said Tiger, but I'll put it to both of us here. What track do you consider very boring? Because I think Rick Holt was saying that Zandvoort could be quite boring because there's not many overtakes, but. And Piero was saying that we have to have some tracks where it may be more difficult to overtake. But then Zexfan's asking what tracks would you consider to be boring?
Well, on the calendar that we have, or just in general?
We'll go just in general, I think.
In general, I think Monaco is obviously very boring.
I think Spain, it could have done it so much better than it is. I think there's never any overtaking because the dirty air is awful. There's not enough overtaking points. They've decided to widen one of the only sharp overtaking points of the game and made it, let's say, goes Heblerino, on Volador Harris into the hairpin here. But I think Spain could be one. Obviously, Monaco's kind of like, the persona around this Monaco. Gavra says Abu Dhabi. In real life, I would say yes, Abu Dhabi is boring, but in the game, it does provide some decent races.
Abu Dhabi is giving us
it goes
some
Hungry
good
Hippo
races.
and Revkov here. Oh, Revkov's at the back of him and puts him to a half spin there, interestingly.
Luckily, no damage done to
he
either
goes
car,
Black Charizard, and he's onto the grass a little bit there. He ran a bit wide.
Yellow
Volodor Harris, it was the Black Charizard behind Volodor Harris. But trying to think of other tracks, really.
This Tiger, Leo Cat is really on it now. He's closed that gap.
Told you to say. I said keep an eye on him. Fresh softs. He's gonna have no fuel in that tank. My man's gonna be flying.
Well, we were saying that the win might be out of the question for Leo Cat. You could argue that with the rate of knots on which he's closing onto Hebler here, it could still be on here for Leo Cat with 5 laps to go in this race, including this one.
Piero's saying Imola doesn't have lots of overtakes. Yeah, Imola's a difficult one to overtake, but it is a good track. Though Portimao, I think as well, they struggled a little bit last season to overtake. I know there was a new surface laid out, but they did struggle. And Mugello as well, I think, is the one that struggled a little bit to overtake
Turkey
as well. Turkey is just beautiful.
Just please bring it back.
Yeah, please bring it back. Bring Malaysia back.
Bring Malaysia back as well.
Valencia was
only good for one of the years. It was on the calendar.
1 year, and then the rest of the years it was just awful.
Yeah. Leo Cat now fast lap of the race.
Oh yeah, Leo Cat, he could be on for it here. He's flying at the moment. Just keep an eye on this little battle here, between Hungry Hippo, Revkov, and Heblerino here. And Black Charizard and Deecher also in a bit of a battle at the moment. Deecher might look for the move here. He's gonna go down the inside into turn 1, but fortunately struggling to get the move with the way this corner is. The nature of this corner is difficult to hold it on the inside. But then sometimes you can't just lunge it though.
Leo Cat in 4th position now, but he's so close to Hebler, will be feeling the effects of the dirty air now in the black and white car behind the McLaren liveried car of the Hebler.
Sorry, I thought Leo Cat almost lost it there. He absolutely launched the car sideways. Here goes Black Charizard, and Deecher, by the way, here down at the back of the pack. Black Charizard going to go on the inside through turn 7, is that? Yes. Through turn 8, BT Nut's going to try and look his way through as well, but it will be Black Charizard out there. Zexfire saying, who remembers turn 8 of Turkey? Just a beautiful. Leo Cat now behind De Hebler. He's going to look for the move, Toussaint.
De Hebler's going to go defensive there, but Leo Cat will have the DRS, has got more ERS to play with as well, and Leo Cat blasting past De Hebler then on those soft tyres and relegates De Hebler off the podium for the moment though. But don't forget, Mikey's still with that 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Leo
Cat's only got two laps to make up what 8.5 seconds. So he's going to have to really push. That is a big ask. It could be second here for Leo Cat. What a performance it would be for him. Getting disqualified in qualifying, starting all the way down, pretty much back of the grid, and he's going to come up and take second place. It would be a solid performance for Leo Cat. Everyone talking about all of these different tracks. Just remember that Malaysia is just amazing. As BT Nuts now going around Black Charizard there, Toussaint. BT Nuts on the fresh softs, remember. And he's going to be flying as well, trying to move himself up into the points positions as well. And he has done so up into 9th.
The gap between Leo Cat and Mikey now 2.8 seconds. So even to come back to second here would be a fantastic drive from Leo Cat to come back from 15th on the grid.
But here goes Deecher, by the way, to the inside. As he's going to look for the move now, down into the hairpin, and he just does get the move done. Squeezes his way through, but look at that gap, Toussaint. Leo Cat is getting that gap down. Let's look at the gap to leader. Leo Cat 8.5 seconds, definitely not enough. Unless Mason makes some form of a mistake here, Leo Cat, I think, is only going to have to stick with second place. Mikey has that really nice, sort of Galaxy Space style helmet on. I actually use that in F1. I think it's a very nice helmet. But Mikey here trying to hold his position at the moment in second position.
At the back of Revkov aggressively trying to swerve to break the slipstream. Can't be doing that for too much longer though, as Heblerino closes in on the white and red car. The Russian driver on the inside moves under braking, and I thought he was going to hit the back of Hungry Hippo.
No, Heblerino was too far. He was too far back anyway. Even if he did move under the braking zone, it was. He was too far back to have any effect anyway. I don't think Heblerino was going to be looking for the move, but everyone, as you said, everyone right up behind Hungry Hippo. That was a late move. It's Revkov to the inside. and it's got the move done. Sometimes too, the switchback can be on a little bit here. Some people might look to the inside as Heblerino was looking for the move. I think you were just about to say.
Yeah, I thought Heblerino was going to go for a cutback there and towards turn 2, but decided to back out of it. But Hungry Hippo has now had a bad exit off of turn 3 through turn 4 into 5. Can Heblerino send it like Ricardo?
Oh,
He's got going to need
Hungry Hippo's ran very wide.
And that's allowed Heblerino through.
Yeah, that has done. Volodar is behind now. Might also get a little bit involved. But to send Leocat 2 seconds behind Mikey, definitely going to be... Oh, that was a big chunk of oversteer from him there. But under 2 seconds that gap is now. I think definitely second place is on the cards for him at the moment. But let's go back down to this battle here. To the battle from 5th all the way down to 8th place between 4 drivers at the moment. Revkov, Heblerino, Hungry Hippo, Volodar, and now BT Nuts, I think, is just going to scrape into the back of this battle as well on those fresh soft tyres, and it's going to be very close between these guys. Remember, Volodar with a 3-second time penalty, as well as the Estonian Revkov. And the Estonian fans will be watching on. Revkov currently in 5th position. And is anyone going to look for a move? That's very late from Hungry Hippo there. Almost went into the back of Heblerino.
Yeah, Heblerino now the closest challenger to Revkov's 5th position. I'm sure everyone on that Estonian sofa will be standing up and cheering Revkov along.
Oh, we got someone off at
the race.
back. It's all annoying. Yeah, all annoying. Turn, what is that, 14 there, yeah. Having a bit of a spin, but could see some last lap overtakes to St. here between these pack.
Hippo nearly tagged Heblerino around into a spin there at turn 2. As now here comes Heblerino on Revkov, 3 tenths, 4 tenths. The gap's fluctuating all the time as Mason's making his way through the middle sector here. On the final lap, 4th place.
I think those soft tyres for Leo Cactus and start to drop off. He's actually fallen back a little bit to Mikey, but BT Nuts, remember, he pitted a couple of laps later, so he's still on the back of this battle. Look how close Volodar Harris is behind. All Annoying's retired. Is that a manual retirement?
I don't think he's crashed. I think it's a manual retirement. But Mason,
no, it is. It's a crash, I think.
Oh no, wait, I'm running on board with Mason now because he'll be the first car to go past the incident.
Oh,
no,
it is?
Manual retire. I know it is,
yeah.
Yeah,
it is a crash. That's an odd play style. He's lost both, is it, of his right-hand side
that's
tyres.
Not going to matter to Mason though now, who weaves and forgets the mistakes of last week. Redemption for Mason in China.
Big redemption. Here comes Mikey.
Grand Prix.
Mikey to the line, and he's going to take second, but won't be enough because Leo Cat will take second. Yeah. What a performance from him to say. Keep an eye on this battle here. There's going to be people battling away behind. De Hebler takes 4th. Revkov now is trying to hold his position. He's going forward quite far down the table with that 3-second penalty. Will take 5th, but unfortunately the Estonian gets pushed all the way down to 8th place. Volodar Harris will pick up the final point to St. Extra 9. BT has got 7. Hungry Hippo in 6th. Heblerino in the end to St. only finished 1 position behind his teammate after he had that pit stop blunder before, is what we'll call it there. Leo Cat, though, what a performance from that man, and I think he's actually going to win driver of the day as well. There is a poll in the chat now for driver of the day, guys. It looks like Leo Cat is going to take it.
Up 13 positions from where he started. I think the game will definitely give him driver of the day, and I think the people in the chat should definitely give him driver of the day. Excellent drive there from Neocat to come from 15th to 2nd place. Made the alternate strategy work, and that just goes to show what it can do.
George Russell in the virtual GP in Brazil came from the back of the grid, and he won the race like a bad man. Yeah.
If you didn't know, Tiger's a George Russell fan.
I like George Russell. I think he's a good driver, but it's interesting to see what McLaren can do after their car launch. They look very exciting. Mercedes probably win it again, and then Red Bull will be like, well, we could have won a few races, but we didn't. And then it'll be like Ferrari will be like, oh, we're not fast enough, and then Aston Martin will be like, oh, well, we're getting there, guys. Just hold on, just wait there. What it'll be.
Anyway, today it's going to be Mason who takes his first win of the victory. Some would say that it has been a week overdue, somewhat after Bahrain, that spin in Bahrain. But Leo Cat as well, don't ignore his performance. That was a very, very good drive, and it's meant that, Tiger, we've ended up with the same podium 2 weeks in a row. But that definitely does not tell the story of this race. Well, same podium cities, but in a different order.
Yeah, but there was the rest of the grid there for you guys. Just people commenting here. Close to the penalties, yet it was. I believe Mason will be the successor of Rick Holton Mares. Or he could be the successor of Rick Holton Mares in the academy.
And Tim Lee.
Look, do you remember the Estonian guy? 2 sentences. Thank you guys for your epic comments. No problem. We do what we do. Piero was very mean to me, so I'm not going to read out his comment. Gavra says if he starts in the Williams, yes, I agree, Gav. Ononike says we're my worst race. It's okay, mate. We all have the bad races, we have the good races, but what do we do, 2 cent?
We learn and we move to the next one.
Indeed. Words of wisdom there from Mr. 2 cent or 208. But 2 cent, 41 people joining us at the end of this Academy race. Another brilliant Academy League race.
Yeah, certainly. I think we've had a couple of good races now in the Academy. Hopefully they can sustain us all the way through the season and we'll get more battles between those top 3. Unfortunately ruined a little bit by the qualifying mishap there for the Cap, but nevertheless it was a very, very good race and hopefully we'll see these drivers go toe-to-toe once again in Zandvoort, where I believe we are next week.
Hopefully, yeah, it's Zandvoort next week, but remember we've got China the rest of this week, tomorrow Freshman, Wednesday Premier, and the Super League on Thursday. And remember Friday it is the GT Sport League where we are going to be going around the American circuit. Laguna Seca, lovely iPhone ringtone there, but yeah, we'll be going around Laguna Seca. It's going to be an interesting one, 2 cent.
It should be, not the best track for overtaking, but the gravel is always right there and very, very unforgiving.
It's like Brands Hatch, but it's just gravel instead of grass. I'm like half going to go sneeze here, and I don't know when it's coming. So if I'm going to like do an outro and I sneeze, you'll know why. But yeah, Laguna Seca on Friday. Yeah. Pretty much it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the people who subscribe and Pirate. Thank you for the scammer who came in and gave us 100,000 and then decided to not give us the 100,000. Cheers, pal. Thank you to Saint. Thank you to Gavra. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to drivers. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next Monday for the Academy League around Zandvoort. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the freshmen. Same time. Same time start as today and same track. So yeah, we'll see you all then. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
No,